So Lauren.
Yes.
Lauren is, she's done her Reiki, so that's great, so she can able to Reiki herself through her pregnancy. But Lauren is also expecting twins.
Yep. It's double as scary.
Yeah.
I mean, when I found out that I was pregnant, thinking that I had one, I mean, we were obviously trying, but when I actually found out, I was really scared. Really, really scared.
Were you in shock?
Yeah, a little bit. Kind of like, oh, this is real, it's happening, and I'm going to have, you know, a little thing to take care of in 9 months, and how do I do that?
Yes.
And what is happening to my body?
There's no way. There's no way out now.
Right. And
Yes,
then two, everybody kind of, all they tell you is like, oh my God, you're not going to get any sleep. Oh, it's going to be so hard. It's, you know, like 2, double the work, like double the money, like, you know, so I'm not getting any sort of like reassurance, like, no, this is great. I'm just terrified.
Almost kind of like, there's a little bit of pleasure seeking in oh, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You know, and some people aren't. That's the rub. With that kind of behaviour. Very kind of like 1950s. So we need to get rid of it. And I'm just going to get a pen. So I want to kind of like address that because I think that's a really, really big one, which is that you feel trapped. You know, that there's no going back now. Not in a bad way, trap, or yeah, maybe in a bad way. No going back. I'm kind of stuck, overwhelmed, and anxious.
Yeah.
And when I say like there's no way out of this, in the sense of, you know, like you're really committed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a commitment thing too.
Every time I have an ultrasound, it becomes like even more and more real.
Yeah, and this is for someone in France who also gets hyperventilates when she has an ultrasound. So we'll be tapping on that for you. We'll see who it is. And I just want to start with the trap feeling. So for those of you that know EFT, I'm just going to do the kind of karate chop part here. You know, you can do the sore point here, but you know, when someone's breasts are tender, you don't really want to be poking about in there. No, sure.
Toes back in.
Yeah.
How do you like it?
Yeah. I'm like, oh, I kind of do. So we're gonna do here, and I'm just gonna do like a round so that you can see, and let's maybe turn your seat round so that people can see your face. And I'm going to be tapping here at the side of, at the beginning of the eyebrow, side of the eyebrow, underneath the eye, underneath the nose, just at the chin, on the collarbone, underneath the arm, on the thumb. This is at the side of the nail bed, missing out the ring finger, here, and back to the karate chop. So, let's grade it, shall we? Because we only know it's disappearing when it starts to go down. So let's, between 1 and 10, what would you say out of all those words that we kind of like played with, or trapped, no going back, stuck, overwhelmed, anxious, what do you connect into that's high on those words? What's got some juice?
Like the no going back.
No going back,
Yeah.
right? And how high is that between 0 and 10?
That's like an 8.
Yeah. See, I get some pleasure out of like taking her there, but at least I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm not going, oh well, you know, it's yeah. I'm like gonna bring it down. You see, you have to have fun when you do these serious things, or you know, we take it too serious, our ego gets involved. So shall we? Ready?
Yeah.
Even though there's no going back.
There's no going back.
I deeply
and profoundly
love and accept myself.
Even though
there's really no going back.
There's no going back.
This is it.
This is it.
I deeply
and
profoundly
profoundly
love and accept myself.
love and accept myself.
Even though there's no going back.
There's no going back.
This is it.
This is it.
I deeply
and profoundly
love and accept myself.
love and accept myself.
There's no going back.
There's no going back.
There is no going back.
There's 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 no going back.
I'm trapped.
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 Take a deep breath. So what I keep seeing is I keep seeing like a target.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when you've got something moving, you know? So like I think we all do this, we kind of dodge the bullet of things that we should commit to, whether it be a project, whether it be getting pregnant, whether it be whatever, and we kind of dodge the bullet, and then all of a sudden we're in the sight
Yeah.
of the thing with the cross thing. We're like, oh, well, and you've just got in that sight
Yeah.
of like, whoop,
Yeah.
you're pregnant, right?
Yeah.
So how does that feel now? It was at an 8 earlier, and now after seeing that,
Yeah.
how does that feel?
About out of 5.
A 5. And what is it that do you feel like like when I saw the target, you know, like when
Yeah.
someone takes aim at you and you're in that,
Right.
that, you know, what is it that's aiming at you? Is it the babies? Is it what is it?
I guess it's the babies. It's weird because it's something that I wanted, but I wasn't quite sure how this would all feel, and you know, with like the morning sickness and then my body changing and all that, it's really overwhelming.
Yeah. It's overwhelming.
And it's something that I know that I want at the end, you know, but it's just, this is a really scary process, and everybody's like, oh, that's normal, but it doesn't make me feel any better.
Yeah, and it's scary because you have something growing inside of you.
Right.
That is, it's a little bit alien.
Yeah, I'm like 2 things, and then I'm like, where are you gonna go? And please don't hurt me.
Yes. Yeah, well, we'll do that separately because
Yeah.
that's definitely a fear for a lot of women. I think.
Yeah.
You know, so let's do that. So the 5 you're seeing is this fear
Yeah.
of the overwhelmment of I wanted it and now I have it,
Right.
and I can't put it in an incubator at night.
Yeah. Somebody's not gonna carry them for me.
Yes. It's like, you mean I need to do this all on my own?
Yeah.
Like, is this, do I have a permit for that?
Yeah.
Who gave me permission?
Yeah.
Even though it's a little overwhelming.
It's a little overwhelming.
A lot overwhelming.
A lot overwhelming.
That I have to do this
That I have to do this.
on my own.
On my own.
I deeply
trust
my body.
Trust my body.
Even though
this
is a little overwhelming.
is a little overwhelming.
That I do this on my own.
That I do this on my own.
I deeply
trust
my body.
Trust my body.
Even though
this
is overwhelming.
This is overwhelming.
That I'm doing this on my own.
But I'm doing this on my own.
I deeply
trust
my body.
Trust my body.
This is a little overwhelming.
This is a little overwhelming.
This is a little overwhelming.
It's a lot 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 overwhelming.
You mean no one's gonna do it for me?
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 I can't, like, take a respite?
I can't take a respite.
I can't take respite?
I can't take a respite.
I can't take respite?
I can't take respite.
Someone's not gonna do this with me part-time?
Someone's not gonna do this with me part-time?
I can't do this part-time?
I can't do this part-time?
This is a lot.
This is a lot.
I'm hyperventilating right now.
I'm hyperventilating.
I'm hyperventilating.
I'm hyperventilating.
In the inside.
In the inside.
I'm hyperventilating.
I'm hyperventilating.
I'm hyperventilating. On the collarbone, I'm hyperventilating.
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 I can hardly catch my breath.
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 Take a deep breath.